how could we treat each other this way? It is embarrassing.
Frustration building in Moses Lake as the teacher strike drags on. Tonight we'll take you to a packed school board meeting as the district is now taking legal action against the union. Plus, the Idaho inmate who escaped custody and killed 2 men while on the run pleads guilty. We'll break down what that means for his sentence.
A wintry mix sticks around for a little bit longer, but warmer temperatures are ahead.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. New tonight, it was standing room only at a Moses Lake school board meeting tonight, many speaking out against the ongoing strike between the teachers union and the school district. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy went to Moses Lake to hear those concerns.
A majority of attendees I spoke with say they aren't parents or teachers. They're community members wanting answers to this ongoing strike happening in the Moses Lake School District for nearly a week now.
Okay, so if you want to be disruptive, then we can ask that you be escorted out.
Tensions raised during a packed Moses Lake School District Board meeting. The hot button topic was nowhere to be found on the agenda, but on everyone's minds. Teachers are continuing to strike after a breakdown in contract negotiations, specifically due to prep time for teachers and educational programs. Teachers began striking Monday, picketing across Grant County. Students haven't been back in the classroom since they left for Thanksgiving break. During Thursday's meeting, community members were able to voice their concerns for the district and its students during public comment. Blake Rollins says it's taken too long for teachers and the district to find a solution.
And how could we treat each other this way? It is embarrassing. I mean, I'm not perfect and I've never treated everyone perfect, but this is wrong.
He's one of many attendees who spoke against the ongoing strike, getting applause as their time ran out. School board members did not comment on the strike during the meeting, emphasizing they aren't allowed to comment on any matters that aren't explicitly on the agenda. But the board's president, Karen Jensen, did address the overall concerns of those in attendance before public comment began.
There are many differing opinions and very strong feelings. And I know that all of that is about our students.
As of Thursday night, the district is working on a new draft of a contract. As the community grows restless and waiting for a resolution, Rollins echoed Jensen's words, saying the students are being impacted by this strike the most.
And the students right now, at the end of the day, are the ones that are suffering the most.
School will remain closed into Friday. All days missed from this strike will be made up during summer break. In Moses Lake, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Well, tonight the district is taking legal action against the teachers union. In their suit, they argue that Washington state law prohibits public employees from participating in a strike or refusing their official duties. However, the state doesn't establish any specific penalties for teachers involved in a, quote, unlawful strike. But the court can legally stop the strike through an injunction.
We are going to stand strong on the line. This work stoppage is a common occurrence. And so we know what's important, and our students are important, and the educators of Moses Lake School District are important.
For the court to send these teachers back to work, the district must prove 3 things. They have a clear legal right at stake. There's a real immediate threat that this right is about to be violated, and that violation is already causing or will cause actual significant harm. A hearing for the injunction is set for next Tuesday. All right, time for our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. A man who broke out of police custody while being transferred between an Idaho prison and a Boise hospital, who then killed 2 men, pleaded guilty to murder charges. 33-year-old Skylar Meade pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder in Nez Perce County in a courtroom today. He now faces a sentence of 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. He had been facing the death penalty if he went to trial. After escaping from a hospital where he's being treated in March of 2024, Meade killed 83-year-old James Monty of Julietta and 72-year-old Gerald Henderson of Orofino. A Spokane man won't serve any more time behind bars for a 2023 murder. Caleb Hewlings was just 17 when prosecutors say he stabbed 76-year-old Alvin Gallegos to death in a South Hill apartment. Under a plea agreement, Hewlings was given credit for nearly 2 years served. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter under an Alford plea, and that means that he acknowledges there's enough evidence to convict him, but he didn't admit to the crime. Hewlings maintains his mother carried out the murder.
For an Alford plea, you're pleading guilty and acknowledging that there's sufficient evidence to convict you at trial, but you're not admitting to the crime.
An incredibly difficult situation for me, and I did not commit this murder. I witnessed this murder, and I would just love to get back to my life.
Hewling's mother, Danae, was also charged in Gallego's death. She pleaded guilty to lesser offenses back in May. The prosecutor said they face a real risk of failing to convict at trial because she would have to testify. And that'll do it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, let's shift gears and talk weather on this Thursday evening with Regan Gallo in tonight for Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Good. And Regan, kind of a mixed bag weather-wise today. A lot of snow, but that's since tapered off.
Yes, it's tapered off. And Mark, I'll be Jeremy for you any day if you need me to be. Yeah, so I've been out here for the past few hours for our earlier newscast, and we had a steady mix of mixed rain snow coming down. Now that looks like it's completely stopped. So we are seeing that slowdown of snow. We're going to see more rain tomorrow in the Spokane region. Now, I'm going to emphasize on the Spokane region because it's going to be very different in North Idaho heading east on I-90. So I'll talk about that in just a second. But 31 degrees right outside of Spokane right now. It's been 31 degrees since about 4 p.m. today. So it hasn't gotten much lower, and it's actually going to get up to 39 tomorrow. Snowfall today, 0 to 1 inches for the most part in the Spokane area. A little bit more in Lookout Pass as well as the St. Mary's area. The other thing I just wanted to mention too is we are going to be seeing more snow again in that Lookout Pass area tomorrow through Saturday. But for Spokane again, it's going to be rainy.
All right, Regan, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the broadcast tonight. Idaho Fish and Game is asking for your help tonight about a poached bighorn ram left to waste east of Riggins. The animal was found above Big Salmon Road near Partridge Creek. Fish and Game says the ram was killed between November 20th and 22nd with no attempt to recover it. The Idaho Wild Sheep Foundation is offering $2,000 for tips leading to an arrest. So if you know anything, call the Citizens Against Poaching hotline or Idaho Fish and Game's Clearwater office. Meantime, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife is launching a new digital licensing app for hunters and fishermen starting April 1st of next year. You can now buy licenses and display them right there on your phone. Hunters can also enable electronic tags for deer, elk, turkeys, and black bears. Users can also report migratory bird harvests and submit end-of-season reports. It is important to note that you can still carry a regular paper license. The app is free to download on the App Store right now. All right, don't go to bed just yet. Alaska Airlines facing another website outage, the latest in a string of mishaps for the company. But first, Washington state crime rates on the decline, but the pandemic still lingers. A look at the numbers in just 90 seconds.